This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Salle forces a knockout against NU, and UP survives a thriller to reach its 5th straight UAAP Finals. Who joins the Fighting Maroons on December 6? The Final Four drama is far from done. Our boy Erram and Justin Chua, the final pieces for Gilas in the SEA Games. Both big men were spotted at practice as the roster race hits the final week. Manny Pacquiao may have his next opponent as champion Rolly Romero petitions the WBA to defend his title against the boxing icon. Is a blockbuster showdown brewing? Approaching 50, Tiger Woods says he's still figuring out how to compete next year as he continues his recovery from Achilles and back surgeries. Chris Paul is on the move again, released by the Clippers just 2 months into the season. What's next for the 40-year-old point guard? All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 3rd of December. Now, here's our roundup. Full strength of De La Salle University just blew the Final Four wide open, taking down top-seeded NU 87-77 and forced a do-or-die rubber match on Saturday. With Kian Baclaan back from an MCL injury and EJ Goliano returning from suspension, the Green Archers finally had their complete roster, and it showed. La Salle jumped out to a 22-9 start, survived NU's second quarter push, and then took control with a 19-8 third quarter to build a 13-point lead. Mike Phillips anchored the win with 12 points and 17 rebounds, while Mason Amos and Jacob Cortez hit clutch buckets to keep NU at bay. In all, 9 Archers scored at least 6 points, a clear sign of how dangerous this team is when fully healthy. For NU, Jake Figueroa posted 20 and 10, but his 8 turnovers proved costly as the Bulldogs lost their twice-to-beat edge. Saturday is now winner-go-home. La Salle riding momentum, NU trying to protect their #1 ranking, and a trip to the finals on the line. Meanwhile, Terence Fortea sent UP back to the finals, draining a cold-blooded go-ahead 3 with 48 seconds left, lifting the Fighting Maroons to an 82-81 thriller over UST. The win seals UP's 5th straight finals appearance and their 6th in the last 7 seasons, with Coach Goldwyn Monteverde praising his team's poise in the clutch. Harold Alarcon led UP with 22, while Francis Noruca delivered 19 and a game-saving block on Nick Cabanero as UST missed 2 chances in the final minute. In his final UAAP game, Cabanero fired 24 for the Tigers, who fought to the end but came up just short. UP now waits for the winner of the NU La Salle rubber match as the Fighting Maroons march back to the UAAP Finals once again. Justin Brownlee is set for his EASL debut with the Meralco Bolts after being activated for their showdown against the Macau Black Bears on Saturday night. Brownlee missed the entire first round due to illness, but is now cleared to take over the Bolts' naturalized slot, previously filled by Angelo Kawame, who's joining Gilas 3x3 in Bangkok. His return also means a must-watch tandem with Ronde Hollis Jefferson, as both PBA stars suit up for Meralco in the EASL. The Bolts won their first meeting against Macau last November 15, a game staged in Cebu with proceeds donated to earthquake and typhoon relief. With Brownlee finally back, Meralco gets a massive boost, and Saturday night just became a whole lot more interesting. Erram may be closing in on a Gilas return after the TNT big man was spotted at Wednesday's national team practice, his first appearance since coming back from an ACL injury. Erram joined a short-handed group that included Ferdy Ravena, Robert Bolick, Matthew Wright, and others as Gilas continues its race against time to complete its SEA Games roster. Free agent Justin Chua was also in attendance, with both big men having played under Coach Norman Black during their Ateneo days. No official word yet, but with Gilas still filling out its lineup, Erram's timely return could be a major boost for the national team. Gilas Pilipinas swept Guam in their two-game window, but Coach Tim Cone says the team cannot be satisfied just yet. Cone expressed that while he's happy with the result, he is far less pleased with how Gilas executed, acknowledging Guam's fight and competitiveness and stressing that much more will be needed against powerhouses New Zealand and Australia at home. Cone also hopes Sky Soto will be healthy by then as Gilas prepares for its next major tests in the qualifiers. 2 wins in the bag, but a clear message from Coach Tim. The real challenges are just ahead. It seems like the next ring appearance of Manny Pacquiao is already cast in stone. This after it was revealed that WBA World Welterweight Champion Rolly Romero has applied for a title defense exemption with the WBA, as he intends to stake his crown against the Filipino boxing icon. Romero is mandated by the WBA to defend his title against #1 contender Shakram Giasov of Uzbekistan. But Giasov's manager Vadim Kornilov submitted a letter to the WBA opposing the request of Romero. With this request of Romero, one thing looks certain, that the Las Vegas native is a strong front-runner as Pacquiao's next opponent. The Galeries Tower high-risers are staying in the PVL, quieting rumors of a possible leave of absence. PVL chairman Tony Boy Liao confirmed to Fast Break that the club will compete in the All-Filipino Conference, ensuring the high-risers remain part of the league's growing field. The team finished 12th in the reinforced conference, but is expected to keep a key core including Isa Jimenez, Jean Assis, Julia Coronel, Dimdim Pacres, Ivy Perez, and Carly Hernandez. Despite speculation, Galeries Tower is moving forward, locked in for 2026, and ready to build for a stronger PVL campaign. Capital One Solar Spikers co-owner Mandy Romero has been named Assistant Secretary of the Department of Energy. The daughter of Bilyonaryo and sportsman Mikey Romero, the newly minted ASEC was warmly welcomed by Energy Secretary Sharon Garin, signaling confidence in the next generation of leaders and bold, innovative ideas to drive the country's energy transition. Like her father, Mandy is also a staunch advocate for equitable policies on education access, poverty reduction, rural electrification, and food security. Turning 50 this December 30, Tiger Woods admits he still is figuring out a way to compete next year. The 15-time major champion is coming off a surgery in March to repair a ruptured left Achilles tendon. He said he got clearance last week to resume chipping and putting for the first time since undergoing the lumbar disc replacement surgery. Woods, who was supposed to make his TGL Season 2 debut in January, also said he hopes to still compete next year in the indoor golf league he co-founded with Rory McIlroy, but not until closer to the end of the season. The World Boxing Council has submitted a petition to President Donald Trump to pardon former heavyweight champion Joe Louis over past tax debts. The Brown Bomber ended up broke after donating much of his earnings to family, friends, and countless charities, losing track of his tax obligations that ballooned to a staggering $500,000. WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman said they are hopeful to receive a signed document shortly, and that the requests for pardon of the debt and highly deserved recognition will be honored by Trump. Louis reigned as world heavyweight champion from 1937 to 1949 and was victorious in 25 consecutive title defenses, a record for all weight classes. Louis's most notable fights were against Max Baer, Max Schmeling, Tommy Farr, Bobby Pastor, and Billy Conn, all of which were named as Fights of the Year. The Los Angeles Clippers have stunned the league, releasing Chris Paul just 2 months into this season, ending his return run with a franchise. President Lawrence Frank insists that it has nothing to do with their lackluster record and praised Paul as a legendary Clipper while sending him home mid-road trip. Paul, averaging 2.9 points and 3.3 assists at age 40, reacted with a simple IG story. Just found out I'm being sent home. The Clippers say they'll work with Paul on his next step. But tonight, one of the game's great point guards is officially a free agent. Meanwhile, the basketball world mourns also as former Laker Eldon Campbell, gone at 57, a 15-year veteran and a 2004 NBA champ. Friends and former teammates are remembering his quiet strength, consistent play, and lasting impact on the game. Up next, UP head coach Goldwyn Monteverde and athletics director Bo Perasol joins us to break down the Fighting Maroons' comeback to the UAAP Men's Basketball Finals. All this when we return right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. The UP Fighting Maroons just claimed their 5th straight UAAP Men's Basketball Finals appearance after ousting a gritty UST Growling Tigers squad. And joining us to discuss their latest conquest are known as the ones responsible for the Maroons' meteoric rise to basketball supremacy. Their former coach and current director of the UP Office of Athletics and Sports Development, Coach Bo Perasol, and the multi-titled UP head coach, Coach Goldwyn Monteverde. Coach Bo, Coach Goldwyn, magandang gabi po. Congratulations at maraming salamat din po sa oras.
Magandang gabi, Anton, and thank you for having me and thank you for having Coach Gold as well.
Coach Bo, since it's your voice I'm hearing, I will start with you. When you made the hire, the decision to install Coach Goldwyn Monteverde as the head coach of UP, did you envision this na magiging 5 straight finals appearances itong UP Fighting Maroons and of course, a perennial championship contender?
Remember that when we acquired Coach Gold, no, he was with this remaining Maroon 5. No, sila yung 5 years ago, sila yung nandyan talaga, no, kasama sa recruitment namin. And then Carl, also Tamayo, and some of the FSA that we had. No, but when you see that we envision this, of course, we would want na meron kaming chance every season, no, and etong nangyari na five straight finals appearances, I would say that this is a pleasant surprise for us. Hindi naman ito sorpresa in a way na nakita ko yung sakripisyo na ginagawa ni Coach Gold, ng mga coaching staff at mga players. This is the fruit of all their labors actually, no? So kudos to them. And I hope that we are going to be able to defend our crown.
So now I move on to Coach Goldwyn Monteverde. Nabanggit ni Coach Bo yung Maroon 5. And I remember, Coach Goldwyn, I was covering you when you were still with the NU Bullpups in high school. Kasama mo sina Terence Fortea, Jerry Abadiano. Ngayon, magkasama pa rin kayo after so many years. How does it feel, Coach, to you personally na you continue to become successful with the players that grew up with you from high school to the collegiate level?
I feel very blessed, no, na kasama ko sila from high school till now. It's very sudden naman na you'd be given a chance to be able to coach in the UAAP with your players in high school. And ang nakakatuwa pa rito is hindi ko talaga nakita yung pagbabago sa mga baton to every time na may game, may practice, talagang they have the same work ethic pa rin, and I'm really happy to be with them.
Coach Gold, what was going through your mind when Terence Fortea hit that go-ahead shot, which turned out to be the game-winning shot against UST today?
In a way, when Terence took that shot, in a way, very confident naman kay Terence that he could make it. But overall, kasi the team, yung challenge na na-face ng team kanina, especially the fourth quarter, yung run ng UST, yung in defense nila was really very tough to attack. But then I was really proud of the team for responding well and kumbaga, they responded well to the challenge and ended up winning the game.
Coach Gold, I don't know if you're aware, but you making it to 5 straight appearances, you're now part of a very elite class of coaches. Coach Franz Pumaren coached LaSalle to 5 straight UAAP finals. Coach Tab Baldwin also coached Ateneo to 6 straight finals appearances. Now you've done it 5 straight. How does it feel to be one of the few to have done this sa kasaysayan ng buong UAAP?
Sa akin, it feels good. And at the same time, very thankful. Thankful ako kay Lord na, whatever hard work that we're doing every year, bless them. And very thankful then to the UP community sa trust nila sa amin. Kay Coach Bo, buong management, kumbaga, it's a collective, kumbaga, for everybody na para yung sa likod ng success namin sa UP. Lahat kami, kumbaga, yung tulong-tulong at the same time, yung pagtitiwala sa isa, yun yung lagi nakatatak sa loob ko.
Going back to Coach Bo, kayo na po yung unang team na nakapasok dito sa UAAP Finals. Aabangan nyo na lang kung sino mananalo sa laban ng NU at LaSalle. LaSalle was able to force a decider. So I'm gonna ask you the usual question. Sino po ba ang mas preferred nyo na makalaban ng UP in the finals? Ito bang NU or LaSalle based on what has happened this season?
Kanina nung pinapanood namin yung game before us, iniisip mo, ito kaya magandang matchup sa amin, ito kayang LaSalle. Remember that LaSalle beat us twice and then although natalo namin ang NU twice, they're a tough team and sila yung may experience, sila yung mas kompleto yung lineup. So parang wala kang itulak kabigin dun sa kanila eh. Ang maganda lang nito, Anton, merong time pa si Coach Gold to prepare, Mas maganda yung time niya. And then whoever it is that eventually is going to win on Saturday, at least meron siyang leadway ng mga about 2 to 3 days to prepare.
So this next question is for the both of you, Coach Goldwyn and Coach Bo, because I feel like UP is one of the best, if not the best schools right now or basketball programs when it comes to collegiate recruitment. Siyempre, last year, after you won the championship, nag-graduate si Maymay Kagulangan, JD Kagulangan, and now in comes Ray Remogat. And Ray Remogat has been spectacular, such a fabulous point guard. What are the conversations like with the both of you, Coach Goldwyn and Coach Bo? Ano yung mga qualities na hinahanap nyo sa isang player when you want to recruit a certain player to play for the UP Fighting Maroons?
Let me go first, Anton.
Okay.
In fact, kanina lang, I was talking to a player or a representative of a player na who's very impressed with the individual skills ng bata. And I was blunt enough to tell him honestly, sabi ko, yung magaling kasi sa UP, hindi importante. Ang importante is that he will be able to adapt to the system of Coach Gold. He will be able to adapt to yung binanggit kanina ni Coach Gold na work ethic at saka yung character ng team na dala-dala nila yan since Coach Gold became our coach. Yan yung nagbibigay ng kultura ng panalo sa UP, I think, more than the individual acumen or individual skills. So yung leadership ni Coach Gold ang nangunguna lagi dyan. So napaka-importante that whoever it is that we acquire will be able to adapt doon sa kagustuhan ni Coach Gold.
And Coach Gold, your follow-up to the response of Coach Bo Perasol.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hindi lang pwede, ano naman natin na to be able to achieve yung UAP Champions, hindi naman siya about yung talent lang. It's about recruiting somebody that is willing to play within the team, willing to sacrifice and put up the work para para ma-prepare yung team for the competition at the same time. And whatever comes with, competing sa UAP, siyempre maraming challenges yan. It will always be a test of character. So, besides siguro the talent, one would be is, seeing yung character ng bata.
Coach Goldwyn, Coach Bo, there was one episode on this show wherein I ranked my personal top players in the UAAP, and right at the top of that list was Harold Alarcon. And a lot of people agreed with what I said, that Harold Alarcon, overall, in terms of the game, the attitude, the demeanor, is the best player in the UAAP. Your thoughts, Coach Gold, on that idea na ito ngang si Harold Alarcon, who scored 22 points today, is the best player in the UAAP?
I guess I would always see Harold Alarcon as a person that would really work hard, be disciplined, to always set goals for himself, always fighting for his growth as a player. So kung ano man ang na-reach niya right now, hopefully he continues working on it and improve.
And Coach Bo Perasol, a final word, final message to all of the UAP and UP fans to support you guys as you're back in the finals.
Well, for all the UAP fans and specifically also for all the UP community, we all thank you for your support. But this is not done yet. No, we're going to go through a tunnel, whoever it is that we're going to go up against. But be assured that the fight in the UP Fighting Maroons will always be there with the leadership of Coach Gold. And we will make sure that all of them are going to be proud of our performance.
Well, we can't wait for the finals. Again, Coach Goldwyn, Coach Bo, maraming salamat sa oras, and best of luck in the UAAP finals.
Thank you, Anton.
Thank you, Anton.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Good evening. Coach Goldwyn Monteverde and Coach Bo Perasol of the UP Fighting Maroons with us here on the Scorecard. Now it's time to keep your eyes on the prize. Tomorrow, a showdown between two teams moving in completely different directions. The Milwaukee Bucks sliding, the Detroit Pistons surging, and at the center of it all, Giannis Antetokounmpo and his future. Milwaukee enters tomorrow at 9-13, losers of 8 of their last 9. Ouch! Meanwhile, Detroit sits at the top of the East at 17-4, the best start in the conference. The Pistons are outscoring Milwaukee. They're out-rebounding them, and they're out-defending them. Cade Cunningham, my God, is putting up nearly 28 points and 10 assists a night. Woo! And Jalen Duren has made the leap to a 19-12 force in the paint. And a few weeks back, Detroit even went into Milwaukee and won by double digits. A rarity in the Giannis era. Detroit is hot, Milwaukee is not. And that sets the stage for our next headline. The tension around Giannis has been brewing for months, but he never requested a trade. But over the summer, sources said he was, for the first time, open to the possibility. And now, a new twist. Giannis scrubbed nearly all Bucks content from his social media pages, leaving only his championship moments. His bio, just 2 words: NBA athlete. On the court, he's doing everything. 30 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, but the Bucks keep falling. And last week, he sent a message to his locker room saying, nobody should have a personal agenda, only a winning mindset. When a superstar starts talking like that, you know the pressure is boiling over. The social media cleanse did exactly what you think it did. It set off a wave of trade speculation. And among the teams ready to make a massive swing, the Detroit Pistons, front and center. Bagay ba? Reports say Detroit has the assets to make Milwaukee listen. Jaden Ivey, Marcus Sasser, Tobias Harris, plus a full arsenal of first-round picks. Imagine a Giannis Cade Cunningham pairing. A 2-man game with an MVP and a rising superstar. Giannis' dominance in the paint with Detroit's physical style would turn the Pistons from fun upstart to instant title contender. And this isn't a trade rumor anymore. It's a real possibility if the Bucks continue to slide and if the Pistons decide to cash in their future for a shot at the present. So let's be clear. Detroit isn't a fluke. This team has been building towards this. They're the best paint defending team in the league, allowing the fewest high percentage looks at the rim. They're young, fresh, and fast, and they haven't even been fully healthy yet. Cade is putting up an MVP-level season. Durant is an all-star, and even with injuries to Tobias Harris and Isaiah Stewart, they just keep winning. Teams that improve this fast usually regress. Detroit is breaking that rule. So tomorrow, it's not just Bucks versus Pistons. It's a team searching for answers against a team that has finally found its identity. And with Giannis' future hanging in the balance, this matchup could be more than just a game. And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow on the Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This is Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.